Christopher Donaldson, musician, composer, founder and artistic director of Music by the Sea, the international music festival held in the remote west coast community of Bamfield. And now, inventor.
Every year when we start the festival, we start it with a fanfare. And the fanfare is on a trumpet in a rowboat in the middle of the inlet. And he plays something, and then we answer it with something on the shore. And it's usually been chimes or something like that. And I had this idea, I think maybe about 2 years now, where I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could get tuned ship's horns and put them on different ships in the inlet, and that I could play them remotely from a keyboard. So I play that key and it plays that note out there. And it seemed pretty far-fetched, but I brought it up last year officially as something that, let's try this. And we had a little committee put together with some of the country's top tech people. And it turned out that UVic had a department that McGill also has, which is where they combine physics and engineering and music. A lot of young, smart folk have graduated, and they're out there, they're our protégés, and some of them are part of a company called Limbic Media.
Chris took his idea and presented it to Limbic Media.
So he came to Limbic and we had a conversation right away. We're like, yeah, we know exactly how we're going to do this. This is awesome. We're totally the right team for this.
Limbic set about developing and building a prototype.
Holy moly, what pitch is that?
First one horn, then a set of 11. The deadlines were tight, but the first trials were encouraging.
Chris, do you want to hit B3?
3 weeks later, the horns are in the small west coast community of Bamfield. It's opening night of the 10th annual Music by the Sea festival. An international company of musicians has arrived and they're busy rehearsing. Opening night is to be the first public premiere of the horn system, which has generated a lot of interest, and the locals have turned out in force to help make it a success. The horns are loaded onto a variety of local boats, large and small, including a canoe from the Huayayat First Nation. The boats set out and take up their positions in the inlet. Everything is ready for the big moment. The event has even attracted some of the local wildlife. The prototype works, but this is only the beginning. Chris is working towards Canada's 150th birthday in 2017.
I play the keyboard here, plays the boats in front of me in Bamfield Inlet. Well, on Fogo Island, perhaps, they have boats there. And they have the same horns in those boats, and they have the same kind of transmitter. All they need is a laptop to go online, go to the website, and take out of that laptop the streaming information into our little box that we've made that would stream that data into their bay, and it would play those boats at the very same second.
Chris's plan is to be able to play a keyboard in Bamfield and simultaneously play horns right across Canada, turning the whole country into one huge musical instrument. The largest musical instrument ever. And since it's via the internet, it can play right across the world as well.
The next part of the project is to create a smartphone application that Canadians can download. And we'll have digital samples of those horns. So on the day, you could just take your phone and go with your browser to that URL And your phone will become part of the musical instrument. It will, when somebody plays O Canada on that keyboard, millions of phones everywhere will play what you're playing. So the idea is to connect all Canadians in the same instant, at home and abroad, all the embassies, everywhere. If you just have a smartphone anywhere, you could plug it into a public address system, and it would play O Canada on the horns.
Did you press the F# 3 key 5 times with a 1 second delay in between each press? It's a really unique project. I've been looking online a little bit and I haven't really found anything like it. So I have no doubt that it will perk interest and people will be really excited about it. And already we've gotten interest from festivals about wanting it at their event and things like that.
Roger.
What did I like about it? The technology. It's going to work out well, I think. I'd like to be involved from Sarnia, Ontario.
It'll be an experience which everybody would like, and it'll be very magical to hear it around the world. And it'll be a nice experience. Yeah, I think so.
Hey, that's a horn you can carry around.
I love the technological side of this. You know, it's wireless. It puts Canada in this certain light, and it shows us that we're creative, we're different, and we're trying to make a difference. And we're trying to have some fun. And 150 years of Confederation is a big deal. Big deal.
It was mind-blowing. Like, that was the largest instrument that I've ever heard before.
Every community that wanted to be involved could be involved, because it's really not a costly thing. And I think there's people in every community across the country that would only have to get a small exposure to it to be sold. So I think we've got a whole 2 years yet to get it all in place. So I think this is going to rock the world or shake the world or whatever. It's going to be great, yeah.